Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Put summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Welcome to a Friday night of the Pajama Party. We're back. We were gone for a week, and we're back to put things back in perspective. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hey, what's going on?
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, everybody.
God, here we go.
Yeah.
And we're back for another Friday night Pajama Party. Ketel, you want to run down what we got on the rundown?
Sure. We got a lot going on tonight.
It's a lot going on everywhere.
I know that's right. We got the hot topics going on as usual. We got 3 hot, sizzling topics tonight.
Woo!
The hit it and quit it headlines. What's poppin' with Poppa DD? You gonna behave tonight, Papa? Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
We've been gone for a week, so I don't know what Papa may do. I'm not sure.
He's raring to go.
I know that's right.
I'm off the cuff.
I'm just saying with Redwine.
You better believe it.
Oh, boy. Weird news. We got some crazy stuff going on, too. The Hollywood wrap-up with me, the last word, and also we got something new tonight. A lot of racial tensions been going on throughout the world and everything. So we're going to have something called race. Is it racist or ignorance? And we're going to give you a few scenarios tonight, and we're going to really talk about that. So please call in, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Oh, boy. Or catch us on apajamaparty.com or catch us on Twitter. But that's going to be some interesting stuff. We're going to talk about racist or ignorance.
And can you tell the difference?
I know that's
Really
right.
a difference.
I know. So we're going to take a little CC break, and we'll be back with the hot topics.
You're in tune to the Late Night Adult Pajama Party right here on Blog Talk Radio. This is a production of DC Homegrown Entertainment. To share your opinion with the Pajama Party Crew, call us on 914-803-4306 and press 1. If you'd rather just listen in, you can still call us and listen on your phone, or you can listen online by going to our website, www.apajamaparty.com, and clicking the Listen banner in the top right corner. So join the conversation and let us know what you think about tonight's topics or whatever is on your mind. Okay, who turned the lights off? Call us now, 914-803-4306. Now back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hey, what's going on?
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
Oh, Lord.
Where you been, to France or something for the whole week or something?
I've been away for a week. I traveled.
I bet you did.
That's what long stems do.
Oh, excuse-moi.
Don't be jealous.
Anyway.
Go ahead, Papa.
In the news. Now we're going to first go over this Sony hacking situation.
All right. It's those hot topics.
Hackers stole credentials of a Sony official. They got into their network using network system IT administrative privileges. The FBI needs to look in. The FBI is looking into just to talk off the cuff for a minute. The FBI and everybody is saying what is this and what is that. The whole thing in a nutshell is that the movie focused on the wrong thing. You focused on killing a real person. A North Korean dictating leader in a communist country that already got the scoop on America. America is so. Can I get a disclaimer?
It's the top of the hour, Papa.
Already? Yeah, I'm starting already.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Here you go.
The following program contains coarse language and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, anyway. America over the last few years has been so open our ass has been turned upside down. You can see right up our ass crack.
Ooh,
So for people to think that we're some type of world that can't be surveillanced or taken by surprise, or like Gil Scott-Heron says, land of a thousand disguises, sneaks up on you but rarely surprises. Anyway, we are like infiltrated on all four sides. Big time.
Penetrated.
We've been penetrated. Ooh, see, she said penetrated.
Redwine.
Redwine.
I'm saying,
anyway,
the network.
She's been in Frank.
The network has been penetrated.
Yes, penetrated. That's very sexual. Anyway.
Now they have a breach.
Okay.
Ooh-wee.
Breach?
A breach.
Anyway, but getting back to the story, the whole thing in a nutshell with this, and you had George Clooney. What did George Clooney say to that effect, Redwine?
George Clooney was trying to get some other people in Hollywood to stand with him to say, look, don't give in to what these cyber terrorists are asking you to do by not showing the film. Let's all band together and basically tell them to kiss it.
And what makes him the authority on,
Because he's just a good-looking dude in Hollywood, and I think he thought he had the clout to pull people together.
But he won't be sitting in the movies when the North Koreans.
Oh, no, he'll probably be at home in the sanctity of his estate with armed guards and bodyguards and whatever. But Hollywood wasn't going with it.
Nobody was going with it.
No.
So anyway, they pulled the movie completely, which is a good thing because it was a bad idea from the beginning. Sometimes people that have an over-exerting level of privileges seem to let themselves be free, thinking they could do just about anything. And this time they got cut short by messing with the wrong person. I think when it comes to North Korea and Cuba, I think that those are two places you don't want to fuck with.
I think it's just off limits.
It's off limits.
I mean, we trying to get into Cuba now. We trying to be in good company with Cuba, but it's always something the United States wants. That's how I feel. So, I mean, it's a good thing, what he's doing, but, I back to the movie, but I don't understand how did this movie get greenlit?
Yeah, exactly.
If the person is still living, why would you, greenlight
the guy, what's one star? Seth Rogen.
And James Franco.
Yeah, these guys have been privileged for a long time making these little crazy movies that brought in a bunch of money. So the executives felt like, well, let's just keep it going. They talked about what we're going to, plot on killing the North Korean dictator, and everybody was just slap happy at the conference room. A conference room that probably was a bunch of white men sitting around a round table, and they all were slap happy making decisions. Like you said, gave it the green light, and they went all out on different things, and everybody thought it was a joke. But once Korea got a hold of it,
I tell you what, Sony is not laughing now. Because these hackers, they call themselves the Guardians of Peace. They have now published a lot of information, private information of Sony. They published their people's top-level executives' social security numbers. They published phone numbers, home addresses, salaries. Then they started digging into emails that were private emails from different
executives. Right, you kind of found out that one young lady made some racist comments in one of her emails.
That was exposed.
Amy
somebody.
We'll have to get her. We'll follow up a little later and get her name.
I know it begins with a P.
But the sad part about that is that when they were interviewing certain celebrities about that young lady, Amy, who was one of the executives involved in one. In fact, she's the executive producer on that new movie Annie. As a matter of fact, we put some of the credits on that. And Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey was kissing her ass, saying, "Well, we all did and said something that we aren't really yada yada yada.
That we're not proud of.
That we're not proud of." I mean, but in an email, I say a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit, but I ain't gonna put it in print. You know what I mean? So when people put stuff in print like that, you have to really be ready for the ramifications that comes along with it. And Oprah and Tyler Perry, who's really probably one and the same, Tyler Perry is becoming Oprah.
What do you mean they're one and the same?
Tyler Perry is becoming Oprah in a fucking dress.
That's Medea.
We're going to get with him, too, because, with all these millions he has, the example he's setting, he don't out there and got him a baby's mama. So that's another subject.
That's a whole...
You would think with him being prominent like he is, that his sperm would be a little more conservative.
Really?
But anyway.
Okay, I'm not even touching that.
Anyway.
Let's get back to this topic. I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, we don't want off topic. But I would call in if you want to comment on something. 914-803-4306. If you've already listened, just press 1. And that'll bring you right in, and we'll see you chimed in. You can talk about the subject or talk about whatever you got on your mind.
Now, I just wanted to say, too, that the hacking story, Sony's hacking story, this thing is like developing by the minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's like as soon as you turn on the news, there's more information that's available. Now, just this evening, I saw a newscast that said that the hackers, Guardians of Peace, sent a message to Sony and said, basically thanking them for pulling the movie, and said that, but we still got your information, and if you do anything stupid, we will strike again. So it's like they still got them by the balls, basically, saying, they still have them by the kahunas, and they're basically, challenging them to say, look, do something crazy if you want. Because there were people that are out there saying, well, why don't they just release it on video, or how about doing it on pay-per-view, stuff like that. But what the companies who carry cable, like Time Warner, Comcast, etc., they're saying that they don't want to take it on because they don't want the hackers to come after them.
Mm-hmm.
So now everybody's running scared from these Guardians of Peace, feeling like, okay, if I carry it on my cable network and do it as a pay-per-view thing, Guardians of Peace might come after my company.
Exactly.
Nobody's shut me down and mess up all my stuff. So people are just saying, I'm not touching it.
They were talking about, listen to Netflix and let them release it and all this stuff.
Netflix isn't touching that
either. It's becoming a fiasco. Hollywood has really finally met their match.
I think you're right.
All good things must come to an end.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It happened with Tylenol, it happened with Domino Sugar. Mm-hmm. Everything in the world that was big and mighty got chopped down for me. And that's just, Hollywood's beginning to see it because these people are out walking around Hollywood.
They're in another bubble.
Yeah, they're making
the world about themselves.
Well, some people are saying Sony needs to just suck it up and take the loss.
With the exception of you got some connections out there in Hollywood.
Well, I do know a few people, but they're not connected with Sony. So
not yet, anyway.
No, not yet. But basically, Sony stands to lose roughly $200 to $300 million on this project.
Yeah, but this is stuff they already made. They made this money on other movies.
Yeah. I'm just saying what their total net loss on this project. Okay. Sometimes you just got to cut your losses.
It ain't no loss.
Because why do you want to rid people's lives? Because you have people saying, like, if this movie is shown, if it were shown in a multiplex, when you go in there, they got 12 theaters all in one building. If these people carried out their threats for real and decided to use some kind of explosive device in theater number 2, everybody in that building is going to suffer the repercussions. So you have everybody scared now to go see Annie, to go see Top 5 and anything else coming out or that's already out that's in that particular theater in a multiplex. So either way, I think Sony did the right thing by pulling out of it.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to take a small break here and rattle some things up. We're here for 2 hours tonight, from 9 to 11 tonight, because we were gone for a minute. And
but if you guys got any questions or comments or just want to chime in, 914-803-4306 and press 1.
Right.
Press 1.
Don't be bashful.
Mm-hmm. So we'll be back in a minute.
Hey, this is Ketel with the Yellow Top. I'm waiting to hear from you tonight. I'm at the Pajama Party Live. So you can reach us at 914-803-4306. Or you can check us out on apajamaparty.com. I've got my opinions, but I want to hear yours. Poppa DD and Redwine are trying to beat me down, so I need you to call back and back me up. I know you're out there. I can hear you breathing, so call me now. 914-803-4306. I'm right here on WPJP, Blog Talk Radio, waiting to hear from you. Here they come. I gotta go.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hey.
And Redwine.
Woohoo!
And we're going to move on to another story. What you got there, Ketel?
The Cosby. Cosby daughter. She speaks out. Even Cosby. Evan Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
She speaks out. And Camille Cosby, she spoke out too also.
Stand by your man.
She said rape is a serious allegation and it is supposed to be taken very, in capital letters, seriously, but so is falsely accusing someone, she wrote. When someone rapes a person, they go to prison. That should also happen to the person that was wrongly accused, an innocent victim. They are not only destroying innocent people's life, they are also making it hard for the men and women to find justice when they have been raped.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's
so basically, Camille is doing what you were saying, stand by your man.
Stand by your man. Hell yeah. You think she's going to pack her shit or something after all these years?
She ain't crazy. Well, she going to stand by. Yeah, money. She want that money to continue to flow, right?
And also people dropping off with Bill Cosby just go to show you how now-minded people are. As soon as something happens to somebody, everybody runs scared. And, you know, you always find out who your real friends are, who you're really connected with when you get your ass in a bind. You know, because people can always separate themselves from what they think isn't right. But everybody needs to take a look in the mirror and look at their own ass and see what it is you got lacking. We all have done things in this world that we wish we could take back. And the people that are accusing people 30 years later, you know, either these people when they were doing things, they're all ladder climbers or whatever the case may be. I mean, like I don't have an opinion on it either way, because whatever is. Because up in that society of Bill Cosby, behind those suburban doors, there's a lot of shit going on. You know, I always say that the suburbs is no different than the hood. You know, they just do it in a different way. You in the suburbs, you have in the hood, you got young pregnant moms. In the suburbs, you got abortions running rampant. So there's no difference. You know, whatever it takes. You know, some people are having babies, other people are killing babies. So it's, all of it balances out in its own way. But
I do have an opinion on it.
Oh, here we go.
Come on,
that's Redwine, by the way, not to be confused with Ketel. Go ahead, Redwine. Ketel likes that.
I just feel like when it comes down...
I'm making a drink, so forgive me if you hear some ice. This is the ice.
Should I wait?
Excuse me. I just put this glass here. How you doing, Redwine? Go ahead.
Anyway,
y'all behave.
Anyway, you're gonna be putting time out. Anyway, as I was saying that, I just feel like now the count is up to over 20 women that are accusing Mr. Cosby, Dr. Cosby, unless all these schools have taken back their doctorate degrees and all.
Yeah,
that. Everybody is just pulling back on them, and I just feel like feel like if nothing has been proven. This is all based on allegations. And again, as I've said week after week, I thought you were supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Not until accused, but until proven guilty.
With due process.
Now, if he has never actually been in a court of law and faced his accusers, if he has not been found guilty, how is it that everybody is so quick to say, all right, well, I'm going to pull away. I don't want to be associated with him. I just feel like people are, too quick to rush to judgment. You know, now, I'm not saying whether the man is guilty or innocent. I do think that anytime you go someplace, I don't care what age you are, unless you are a baby, your parents have taught you, you don't just accept candy or pills from a stranger.
I agree.
So if you go to a club, wherever you are, restaurant, club, party, etc., and somebody says, hey, you want some of this, and they're offering you some pills, why would you take it? Now, if you've been slipped something, that's different.
Yeah, but they were slipped something.
Right, some people were, but then there were people who said he offered me pills, and I accepted them. Now, if you accept something from somebody that's not a doctor, a medical doctor, that is,
he's Dr.
medical,
he's Dr.
not a PhD.
He's Dr. Huxtable.
Not that he plays a doctor.
All right.
I guess they couldn't distinguish the two.
You're right. They was the doctor.
Well, then I go back to the question, then, is it ignorance or racist? Okay, but in this case, that's ignorance. Because how do you fall for something like that? I can't imagine at any age, that, like I said, unless you are a baby, why would you accept? That's like taking candy from a stranger. Don't your parents all teach us you don't accept candy from a stranger? Would that not be the same as accepting pills from a stranger?
That's what you would think,
I just don't understand that. If somebody offers you something, you don't know what it is, you don't know what it's going to do to you, but because they say, do you want some? and they're a celebrity, you stupidly stick your hand out and say, yeah, hit me. Give it to me. I want some. Then I don't understand. How do you then say I have no responsibility for whatever happened to me after that point?
Right. Well,
you needed to be responsible enough to say, no, I don't want that, or no, I don't need to be in this particular place, or just, being able to keep yourself where you can keep your wits about you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't ever want to be. That's one thing that at least most women teach their daughters. Don't ever be in a situation that you can't get yourself out of and that you don't know what's going on. That's true. You don't want to be someplace where you have consumed whatever it is that's being offered. Don't get to the point where you don't know what's going on anymore. So that's all I'm saying about that. Don't be where you don't know what's going on.
But listen to the statement of Camille Cosby. She says, a different man has been portrayed in the media over the last 2 months. It is a portrait of a man I do not know. It is also a portrait painted by individuals and organizations who many in the media have given a pass. So she's like, I don't even know who they're talking about. This is not the same person. Right. This is not my husband.
She's saying, right, that's not my husband.
Right.
People are saying, all this stuff.
Yeah, give us a call if you want to chime in, 914-803-4306. Don't be bashful. You can listen to us also. You can listen to us also on the web at pajamaparty.com. We run live on site.
You want to take a CC break?
Well, let me say one more thing. I just think that with Bill Cosby's situation, it's getting to a point where people were looking for their 15 minutes of fame and they was hanging out with a celebrity. I mean, one time when the Cosby Show was going on, Bill Cosby was almost like royalty. And for people to get in his presence like that, they were at all with everything. So they were kind of going along with the program. Even if like I said, I'm not totally exonerating him. I'm sure that with all the people that are coming forward, I'm sure that he's been dipping in the sauce with something, And but the way they went about it, as far as trying to just make an accusation and things like that, 20 years later, it doesn't really suit the fact that you're trying to, if the statutes of limitation have run out, there's really nothing that can go on, and you just become a talking head at that point.
And in some cases, 40 years later.
Yeah, I'm not drawing no conclusion or anything, because Cosby, when you get to that point, Cosby could have picked up a little bit of O.J. Simpson syndrome, where he thought he was, and then you got this gentleman, just wait and see with the election coming up with the Republican candidates, the doctor from Johns Hopkins, what's his name?
Ben Carson.
Ben Carson. Wait till you see his ass. And the stuff he's saying already. He's talking like, he done painted his skin white. I mean, people see Ben Carson being a brain surgeon or heart surgeon.
He's a heart.
Yeah, he was good, very good. And he's been collecting white dollars for a long time. So once he realized that white folks love me, they kind of think that they take on a different level of integrity or celebrity or what have you. And when you start to see some of these Republican conventions and Republican debates, listen to him talk where he doesn't own any level of blackness at all, like your boy Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas, the same way.
Dr. Carson thinks he's become what I call
a
non-threatening.
Yeah, he's a non-threatening Negro. He's
I think he's mistaken.
Yeah, Redwine holds the rights to that term too, non-threatening Negro.
Yeah,
she talks about people in commercials. Look at commercials. T-Mobile commercials where you see black people that have like this little afro and a nice smile on their face. What do they call it?
Dress real preppy.
Yeah, dress
NTN.
NTN? What does that mean?
Non-threatening Negro.
They're non-threatening Negro. So it means that white folks won't be threatened by them at all. They can walk and go anywhere they want.
But let me read this last statement. The daughter of the Cosby Show star also questioned the validity of the accusers who said they were drugged by the actor, wondering how they remembered the whole damn day. If you were drugged, how are you going to remember what happened?
40 years ago.
Yeah.
40, 30, 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah, he gave me 2 white pills, and I laid back, and
he had on a checkered robe, in the room he had this and that in it. Yeah.
But he gave me $5,000 going out the door. So
sounds like a prostitution deal to me. Hey, what do I know?
Y'all calling, y'all got questions or comments, 914-803-4306. and press 1 or apajamaparty.com. We're going to take a little CT break. We'll be right back.
This is the Pajama Party on Blog Talk Radio. The Pajama Party is produced by DC Homegrown Entertainment at www.dchomegrown.com. The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the Pajama Party crew and you. So pick up the phone and dial 914-803-4306. That's 914-803-4306. And tell us what's on your mind. There's a big fluffy pillow reserved just for you at the Pajama Party, so call us now. And remember, it's PJs only, no clothes allowed. Pass it on. Log on to www.apajamaparty.com and click the Listen Live banner or call 914-803-4306. Now let's get back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Is it tea time, darling?
Wait. Okay.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hey.
And Redwine.
Turn down for what?
Oh, she is a trip.
Don't hate.
Had a few drinks while we were
Yeah.
going
What
on
else?
break.
What else we got going on?
I wanted to talk about
The party has just started. All right, Papa.
you know what? We need security up in here.
You know, I cracked open a can of soda, and Redwine looks at me like, come on now. I'm human.
I'm just saying.
I'm not Bill Cosby.
Well, you supposed to do that when we're on a break.
Y'all behave.
Fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Anyway.
Good. What you got, Redwine?
If everybody heard about the situation where the young man that was shot and killed in Walmart down in up in Ohio, over in Ohio from us, and I just don't understand how that whole thing went down. I don't know how many people watched that video, but I saw the surveillance video from Walmart. This was their surveillance video. Now, true, the guy was in there walking around with a BB gun. It was unwrapped and sitting on Walmart's shelf for at least 2 or 3 days. It should have been in a box, but it wasn't. He was on his cell phone talking to, I think they said his ex-girlfriend or baby's mom or something like that. Mm-hmm. So he was deeply engaged in his conversation. His girlfriend, current girlfriend, was, I believe, outside in their vehicle waiting on him to come out or elsewhere. She wasn't with him at that moment. So he's walking around with this BB gun around the same aisle, back and forth, talking on his cell phone. Somebody called 911, said there's a guy in Walmart waving a gun around, pointing it at people.
Oh, hold up. They said there's a black guy. Okay. You always got to remember that the reason why some of these situations end so violent is just the way the dispatcher reports it. When they say it's a black guy and a white cop responds, it's almost like saying there's a possum in your garage. I need to kill the motherfucker. If you had a possum in your garage, you know, possum got that pink nose and shit, the ugly ass face, and that white tail. You ever seen a possum?
Sound like some people I went to school with, but go ooh-wee.
Well, anyway, in all seriousness, when a dispatcher makes the call to the police, you know, back in the day they said Adam 12, I'm telling my age, damn. Mm. Anyway, when they made the call to the police, they give a description, like anywhere else. And most of these cops, racist, young cops that have never had interaction with black folks, are the ones that are responding to these incidents. And the dispatcher's like, there's a black male, putting the emphasis on it. Now, instead of him going to defuse the situation, this cop that has no experience with black people is about to engage in a situation that with a race of people that he had no interaction with his whole life. Right. I mean, life goes by quick. 12 turns into 20 real quick.
Well, this situation happened real quick. This guy's walking around. His name is John Crawford III.
So when the police came in there, like I said, let's go back to when the police came there, what attitude did the police have? They came in there that we got to eradicate this black guy. Don't think that wasn't said on the radio.
say it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the police come into the situation, and in the video that I watched from the Walmart surveillance video, the police officer came in like on the aisle next to where he was walking up and down with his BB gun. Now, the police officer turned the corner, approached Mr. Crawford, and in less than 1 second, he had already fired 2 shots.
Right, exactly.
Now, the police gives this story and said that he told him drop the weapon and that he said gave him commands, etc., and that Mr. Crawford did not comply.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Now, how do you do all that
first of
in
all,
less than a second?
is Mr. Crawford dead?
He's dead.
Okay, so a dead man can't speak on his own behalf.
Exactly.
So the cop can say what he wants to say.
But once again, the footage doesn't lie. Just like in the chokehold situation in New York. All of the people on that grand jury saw exactly what happened, but yet they still exonerated the policeman. Now, in this case, we saw the video. That cop turned that corner. You know how when you walk down the aisle in Walmart, when you come around to come up the other aisle, he approached the guy, and in less than a second,
right,
bang, bang, you shoot him twice.
Right.
And now
if he was a Caucasian gentleman toting the gun, he would have said, hey, buddy, what's going on? You know, the code word amongst that particular race is buddy. Hey, buddy, you all right? Everything okay? Yeah, I'm just, this is a toy. We'll put it on the shelf, you know. That's not good to do.
Yeah, you're scaring everybody.
Right, but
the attorney...
he probably would have been called if that was the case.
Well, the family now of Mr. Crawford have acquired an attorney, and the attorney is saying that he believes that if Mr. Crawford had been white, he would have been given more time to respond to the police officers, which is basically what you just said, Poppa DD. And I have to say, I think that's true. If a cop had come around that corner and seen a white guy, no matter what he looked like, he could have been straggly, greasy hair, toothless, etc., they probably still would have been like, hey, what are you doing? Drop the gun and giving him time to at least drop the gun and put your hands up.
Right.
But how do you, there's no way in the world he gave any kind of command. And if he did it before the guy Crawford knew that he was talking to him.
Well, again,
there's no way he said all that to him in less than a second.
It poses the question again, is it racist or is it ignorant? Is, you know, what Poppa DD saying as far as the Caucasian folks, they're ignorant because they, like you said, they haven't dealt with blacks at all, and that's just ignorance. You know, you judging type of people because of the way you were brought up. I mean, look at the Paula Deen situation.
Right.
You know, the thing with Paula Deen. She said that's how she was raised.
Right.
You know, but things do have to, right. Things, but you're in business and you're this big icon, you have to change your ways sometimes. So I think she has really learned that.
Well, changing your ways is hard because to change your ways means to conform to normal standards. And like I always tell y'all, that we shouldn't focus on racism from the people that were suffering through racism. We should focus on racism on the people that took advantage of that shit. Those are the real adversaries we got to look at. People that have been gaining. I mean, if they say we're not going to hire no blacks for this job, that means if you hear some coughing in the background, we have what's her name?
Aunt Lala.
Aunt Lala is in our audience tonight, and she's the CEO of Big Ass. What is it? Big Ass Production. She's got this big old ass, right?
Oh, Lord. And, that's another show, Papa.
Anyway,
get back to something.
She's back to coughing because Are you okay? We're going to bring her in later on. She wants to talk about her production company. She's recruiting women with big old asses, and they're called Big Ass Production.
Another show, Papa.
Okay, all right.
Get back to this. So anyway, related to this story, it turns out that there was a woman. There was a woman who was trying to flee from this whole situation when the shooting occurred. This woman was running, had her daughter, grabbed her daughter by the hand when the shooting happened, when the officer shot Mr. Crawford. While she was running, she had a heart attack and later died.
Oh, God.
So, I mean, it's a mess. All because she was upset by what she saw. She probably never witnessed anything like that in her life.
Yeah.
She sees an officer shoot somebody, kill somebody, blood pooling on the ground. She freaked out, grabbed her daughter, and tried to run to make sure she and her daughter would not be caught up in the crossfire, and she had a heart attack and later died.
Because it's the traumatic situation of things People got to understand that when you do stuff with a bullet out of a 9mm gun is no joke. I mean, and watching somebody get killed like that is just crazy. I mean,
her death check this out. Her death has been ruled a homicide.
Wow.
Now, how interesting is that?
Because of that.
Yeah. Right. Now, the story never stated what did this lady look like.
And that story never really made top news either. It didn't make top news.
I'm curious, what did she look like?
Yeah.
For that to be a homicide, because nobody shot her.
Right.
She had a heart attack from the trauma of trying to escape the situation.
Exactly. And it's just, I mean, you know that when you shoot a gun in Walmart, Walmart got people in there from the minute it opens up to the minute it closes. It probably takes Walmart 45 minutes to get all the people out of that damn store.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, they stay crowded.
Well, they got my favorite cereal at about $2.50 a fucking bag.
Yeah, they do. They got those falling prices.
Whatever. We ain't gonna talk.
Y'all got any questions or comments? Because Poppa and Redwine, they just going back and forth. Please dial me, Ketel, at 914-803-4306 or catch us on apajamaparty.com.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna take a little break, and I'm gonna get them straightened out.
Clean up shredded wheat. $2.50 a box.
All right, Redwine.
I ain't promoting it. I ain't advertising it, but
we're gonna take a little CC break. We'll be right back.
Half a gallon of milk, $1.59. That's a good damn
This
price.
is the Pajama Party coming to you live. What's on your mind? Call us on 914-803-4306. Got an opinion, or just want to say hello to the crew? Hello. You know what to do. Call 914-803-4306. If you just want to listen to the show online, go to www.apajamaparty.com and click the banner in the upper right corner. But if you want to talk to the crew, you need to call us on 914-803-4306 and press 1. We'll get to your call as soon as possible. It's nothing but fun and a pillow fight every Friday night at the Pajama Party. And remember, PJs only, no clothes allowed. Now back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Bartender, another round for the house. Thank you, darling.
Yeah, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
Redwine.
Yo, yo.
And we got old girl in the background. What's her name again?
Aunt Lala.
Aunt Lala. We're going to bring her in later. She's the CEO of Big Ass Productions. And she's got this big old ass sitting back on this big ass cushion.
That's another show, Papa.
And then,
hey.
Anyway, what we got next, y'all?
Hit it or quit it.
Like I said, give us a call, 914-803-4306. Don't be bashful. If you already tuned into us, just press 1. You'll come up on the queue, and you'll be able to talk to us. Don't be bashful.
Really. We're going to say it again, Ketel.
What we got? 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we have a caller. Want to go ahead and take this caller before we go to hit it and quit it?
Yeah, what we got?
Okay. Somebody call? Caller. Hello, caller. You're on the line.
Hello?
Caller, you're on the Pajama Party.
Caller, you're on the line. What you got? Hello?
Yes, really. Okay, we'll come back.
Excuse me.
They're busy.
Okay.
That's a whole nother show.
Right. Well,
yeah, they got their own Pajama Party.
We must have got a butt call from someone.
They press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got
Who we going to? Hit it and quit it?
Yeah.
Ooh, say it again. Hit it and quit it. Hit it and quit it. All right, let's do it.
Redwine. Behave. She's a mom on a mission. A single mother of 2 from L.A., the neighborhood of South Central, recently went on strike against her employer, McDonald's, of all people. She rakes in $9.35 an hour, and she said that's not enough. She got to feed too many folks. She live in a house of 10 folks, 10 people. She said she needs $15 to buy her baby's diapers, $15 to buy her baby's diapers, wipes, and their clothes. It's hard with $9 per hour. You can't do nothing, she says. You can't even hardly pay the rent. So she got a group of people together. They rallied together, and they were demanding $15 an hour. So the mayor in L.A., he promised by 2017 that they would get a minimum wage of $13.25.
2 years later?
Yeah, within 2 years, he makes that promise, which is not too bad, but I'm just saying, she went on a mission, and I think she accomplished her mission.
Yeah. How much does he make?
Probably too daggone much.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Look, he must be dropping his salary to give her the $13.25, right?
We're gonna focus on that later on, as far as bosses and how they want to dictate your particular lifestyle. You know, I mean, it's just that's gonna be a topic. I think I might hit that in the Living for the City segment.
So what you got on the hit of the quit it, Papa?
Let's see here. Looks like another round of Isn't She Lovely is in order. Stevie Wonder was first of all rumored of having triplets or something that was going around. Did you hear about that, Redwine?
Yeah, I did hear that. I heard his girlfriend was pregnant with triplets.
Yeah.
Somebody that can't see, boy, he be doing some serious stuff.
You don't have to see to do that.
Give me a disclosure real quick, please.
Boy.
Give me a disclosure.
You're in trouble now.
I'm going to behave tonight.
The following program contains coarse language and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
That blind man getting more pussy than me. Anyway,
what baby is this, Papa?
It was alleged that Stevie Wonder's is that his wife, girlfriend? Girlfriend. Okay, so it's a baby's mama. His baby mama was alleged to be.
This is their second child.
Their second child.
What number is this for Stevie?
Stevie has a total of 9 children.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah,
That's a tribe.
He's been slinging the Johnson like a monkey. Anyway, Stevie Wonder's girlfriend, Tamika, and she spells that Tomeeka.
Yeah.
Tamika.
Tamika.
Robin Bracey. Celebrated the birth of their daughter, and her daughter's baby is Nia.
Oh, that's pretty.
Who was the 9th child of the legendary singer.
How old is he now?
Stevie's 64 years old.
What? All right. Get it, baby.
He was on The View, and he told the View's cast that he was going to be a 9 times daddy. And rumors were spreading that she was expecting triplets. However, Stevie Wonder was quick to squash that rumor, saying, y'all must be crazy. There's no way, okay? He said, I could barely get a nut, let alone a nut, break it up into 3 parts. Anyway.
Oh, another show, Papa.
Moving on.
What you got, Redwine?
I got one on Michael Phelps.
But congratulations to Stevie Wonder on his 9th child, and God bless him.
Yeah. Michael Phelps. Everybody remembers him. He got busted for drunk driving in Baltimore. You know, he's the Olympic swimmer.
He had that jungle fever up in Baltimore.
Allegedly. So even though he was not sent to jail, the judge said that Michael says he is powerless over alcohol, and he has been ordered to stay away from it entirely during his 18 months of supervised probation after he pled guilty today to driving under the influence. So he was supported in the courtroom by his mother, Debbie, and his friend and former Baltimore Ravens linebacker, Ray Rice.
What?
I didn't know they were friends.
So now let's back this up a little bit. Okay?
Back that thing up.
Let's back it up a little bit.
Back that thing up. Yeah.
Who was he supported by?
His good friend, Ray Rice.
Right. And
his mother, Debbie.
Okay. Now, there was no daddy there, right?
They didn't mention
that. Now, he was a black person of color.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we mentioned. Well, where the hell is his daddy?
I don't know where his father is.
Right. See, nobody mentions that. So what I'm saying is that baby mama drama goes on everywhere. That shit is not exclusive to black people.
Oh, no. Nobody's immune
Don't think
to
that. Welfare is not exclusive to black people. This is the segment that we're going to go over later on called Stigmas and Assumptions.
Okay.
Okay, how about that?
Well, Phelps was sentenced to a maximum of 1 year in prison under the law, but the judge suspended that in favor of probation. And he's going to be subjected to random alcohol and drug testing during this 18 months of probation.
He got some long money, though.
He was coming from a Horseshoe Casino, as a matter of fact.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
I know he was coming from Baltimore. I saw the footage
of him driving through the tunnel.
Yeah.
He was crossing over those double lines that everybody knows when you go in that tunnel, you are not supposed to cross into another lane. He was crossing back and forth and stuff, driving fast.
Yeah,
explain to me, people of that caliber and that type of money, why not hire a driver?
Why not have a driver?
I don't know.
I mean, you call Uber. Uber or Lyft.
Because when you're sneaking and creeping up in Baltimore, you're trying to hit it and quit.
Is that what the deal is, Papa?
That's what it is.
That's all the more reason why you should have a driver to get you in and out.
Right.
I mean, not in and out, but you know what I mean.
Uh-oh.
Okay, in and out, in and out. In and out. They got a burger joint out in L.A. called In and Out.
They sure do.
They say those burgers are the bomb.
It's a bomb diggity.
How you know? You tried one?
I ain't in that.
You like that In and Out, didn't you?
Hey, Redwine. All right, Redwine. We were gone for a week, and that don't mean you can jump on me, Redwine.
I'm talking about the burger.
Yeah.
Elevate your mind. Elevate.
Okay. What else we got on give me say In and Out?
What else we got on here? We got another story that said a judge this week has reversed the conviction of a 14-year-old boy that was executed for allegedly killing 2 girls 70 years ago in South Carolina. The judgment was against the young man whose name was George Stenny. He was the youngest person to be executed by an American state since the 1800s.
Wow.
So now he's been exonerated. Turns out he didn't do what they accused him of doing, which was killing these 2 little white girls.
But he's been executed.
Oh, yeah, they executed him when he was 14.
So how are you exonerated?
Do we have a year on that?
Let's see, 70 years ago, I guess you could do it.
70 years ago.
He was found guilty of killing these 2 white girls 70 years ago under the Jim Crow laws in South Carolina. But it turns out he didn't do it. These 2 girls at the time were ages 7 and 11. They had been out hunting for wildflowers about 50 miles southeast of Columbia. And then what happened is that the police said that Stenny, which is the guy's name, that he confessed to the crime. But he was questioned without his parents, without a lawyer, and I'm sure they kept asking him questions over and over and over until he finally said, all right, I confess.
Sounds like stuff going on today.
Yeah. They say history repeats itself.
Well, they picked him and his brother up. They let his brother go, but they held on to him and eventually got a confession out of him.
Wow.
So when they were looking for somebody to blame it on, they blamed it on him.
Wow.
And executed him. So he's the youngest person, at least in South Carolina, to be executed under, the capital.
What part of South Carolina?
Let me see. I don't see what city that was in.
No.
We got to get Redwine and do some better research on that.
I don't have the city.
And they said he had an alibi. His sister said they were together. Wow.
But they weren't listening to that. They were looking for somebody to pin the murder of these 2 little girls on. And once they got him to say he did it, that's all they wanted. And they ran with it.
That's crazy. So I wonder, does the family get anything? Or probably not, I guess. It's just he's been exonerated. Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, at least now his family has the peace of mind of knowing that his name has been cleared.
Yeah.
Although 70 years later and after he's been murdered.
Yeah. What else you got, Papa? You got another hit of the
Yeah, it looks like McDonald's is cutting back on their food items.
They're trying to do something different, I guess.
Yeah, they have
no more chicken. Dollar chicken.
They're gonna have people falling out over there.
Uh-oh.
They were been distinguished as being the least favorite fast food chain.
What?
Okay,
yeah, they may be most popular, but not the most favorite.
Really.
Wow. I guess they got to clean it up a little bit. I guess
they decided to shrink their menu and cut a few things back. Most notable, it means the fast food chain will simplify by slimming down to 1 quarter pounder with cheeseburger versus 4 different types.
Wow.
1 premium chicken sandwich versus 3 types. 1 snack wrap instead of 3.
No more choices? I want choices.
You got to go to Burger King if you want it your way.
And your extra value meals will also be reduced from 16 to 11.
I didn't know they had that many.
The company had no comment when they were asked if customers would be able to recreate their favorite eliminated meals by using McDonald's new create your taste customized program. They had no comment. They said, we're trying to straighten shit out. We don't know what we're doing right now. They said, we trying to catch up with Wendy's and Burger King. Right. Burger King selling 2 big-ass sandwiches for $5. Wendy's got these good-ass motherfucking burgers, these good-ass sandwiches.
Yeah, so they say.
Mm-hmm. But,
well, I got another one going back to that whole Sony hacking story. There's a Human Rights Foundation. It's called the Human Rights Foundation. The founder name is Thor Halverson.
That's an original name.
Yeah, really. The founder's name is Thor Halverson, or Thor. And he says that his group is planning on buying copies of the interview on DVD, which, of course, as we know, depicts the assassination of North Korea's leader. He wants to buy copies on DVD and then include them in their balloon drops into North Korea. Now, he's been doing this for some time.
He's trying to start
they drop what they do. Now, let me explain. What they do, his organization, is because North Korea, the government, what's the word? What's the word? Shoot, I can't think of the word. Because of the way that they have control over what the citizens can see, and view and read, etc. What he's been doing is dropping stuff into the country, into the hands of people via these balloons. He just had to come in on balloons, and the balloons drop, and then people can get books, movies, all kinds of stuff that the government doesn't want them to get. So he plans to include copies of this movie as soon as he can get his hands on it in his regular drop. Because he feels like if the government doesn't want you to have it, then I'm going to try to make sure you have it.
And what we'll do is 2 weeks from now, we'll do a story on how North Korean shot his ass out of the sky. As he went up in his balloon and dropped some shit on North Korea. What's his name?
Thor.
No, I'm talking about Jim.
I don't know.
Jim Young-un.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, we're going to do a story on how his ass got shot out the sky. Because there's no way.
Look, let's remember this guy's name, so we'll know who got shot. Thor. I don't know, with a name like that, I don't know. He might have something for him, Papa.
In other news tonight, Thor was shot out of the sky over North Korea for dropping fucking bootleg videos.
Boy.
This is just a relevant situation. There's no way you can get around it.
Well, check this one out, Papa. Here's a story about the South Bend Uniform Store in South Bend, Indiana. They're selling T-shirts that say, "Breathe easy, don't break the law." And the people have been buying them left and right, in person, and stood in line around the building to get them. One older man who was a customer said that if we all just obeyed the law, we wouldn't have Ferguson or the riot over the chokehold death in New York.
So that's what people think that the overall level of destruction is based on people not obeying the law.
I guess he's saying if we, quote unquote, whoever's breaking the law,
if we just act like good Negroes, we'll be fine.
I think you're right on that one.
Okay.
So another customer says he's wearing his to the game over the weekend, doesn't see a problem.
What game?
I don't know.
Whatever local football game going on.
Yeah, I hope it's a high school game. We wear that shit to something serious.
I know. They might jack his what up.
Yeah, there was a lot of feedback across social media on that company and on those shirts. There were some people saying, so basically you're saying either comply or die. Is that what you mean? Just obey the law. Breathe easy and obey the law. Does that mean comply or die?
The laws have to be better than what they're doing because it's not working.
Well, to me, it doesn't appear to be a problem with the laws. It's a problem with the people who oppose the laws.
Yeah.
There you go.
She's just saying. That's Redwine.
Yeah, we're at 914-803-4306. Give us a call if you want to talk to us. And we got a caller. Caller, are you there?
Let me see if I can bring them up.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello. Hey.
Hello.
Number 8 from Philly.
Hello.
Hey, Philly.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome to Pajama Party.
How you doing?
Hey.
Okay, how are you? What's on your mind tonight?
We're at the Rock's house.
The Rock's house. You're at the
We're
what
at
now?
the Rock's house. The Rock's house?
The Rock's house?
Okay. Is that where the party's going on, the Rock's house? Give us the address. We might check it out. They sound like they're having a good time.
So y'all, you want to talk about anything? What do you got on your mind tonight?
Question or comment or anything we're talking about?
Aaron's birthday.
Aaron's birthday. Okay, who is Aaron?
The 1-year-old.
Oh, Aaron's a 1-year-old. Okay. All right.
Baby Aaron.
Well, happy birthday, Aaron.
Happy birthday, Aaron. Is Aaron a boy or a girl?
A girl. Aaron's a girl. She'll be one on Christmas.
Well, that name could be used for both genders, you know.
Well, happy birthday, Aaron. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aaron.
Say thank you.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate the call. Look, you guys are having a good time.
All right. They're having a good time. Yeah, we might have checked them out. They in Philly, on the south side or east side, west side. Which side they on? I don't know, but that's where the party is. Mm-hmm. We're going to take a little, CC break and come back?
Yeah, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
All right. Be right back.
Hey, this is Poppa DD. Join me on Friday nights live at the Pajama Party Adult Online Radio Talk Show. And don't miss my segment called Living for the City and What's Poppin'.
Hey, and join me. This is Redwine with the long stem, and I've got the hot topics in my commentary called I'm Just Saying. And don't forget, the cocktail of the week for me, Ketel with the yellow top. I got the Hollywood wrap-up along with Weird News. And don't forget, we've got the Kisser list. That's for the people who get on our last nerves, and you want us to call them out.
So join us on Blog Talk Radio for the Pajama Party.
Every Friday night at 9 p.m. on the East Coast and 6 p.m. on the West Coast.
Go to apajamaparty.com to listen online or follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty.
Call us live, 914-803-4306. And don't forget to press 1.
Now let's get back to the show.
Hey, what happened to the snack tray?
Or the bartender?
Does he want to see my slippers?
I'll call it room service.
Yeah, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm here with Ketel with his empty chair.
Hey, I'm here.
Okay. She went to empty her bladder or some shit.
She went to the bar.
She went to the bar. Okay, and Redwine.
Hello.
Oh my God! Don't believe what are you gonna do?
Such hate. Where's all this hate coming from?
Well, we're normal. You're a freaking alien.
You get paid more than us. That's why. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah. Don't get mad because I get $1 more.
What we got up next?
We have What's Poppin'.
What's Poppin'?
Come on, Poppa DD. What's poppin' this week?
What's poppin' tonight to me is we're going to talk about entitlements have no intellect.
All right. Say it again.
Entitlement has no intellect.
What you say?
See, I think the one thing that a lot of people that weren't privileged people or people that rolled in the circles of privileged lives doesn't understand what it means to be entitled. When you're entitled to something, which means things are a given, you would never understand the luxury of that. And I think a lot of people are missing the mark on that, and they need to get a better understanding what it means to be entitled to something. You being entitled means somebody else was denied. Just cut and dry. When they say they're not hiring a certain group of people or what have you, and you're that group they're hiring, then the hiring practice becomes easier for you. So, but with entitlements becomes a lack of intellect because you don't have to try as hard because the door has already been open for you. It's left open for you while you go in and out. You ever see people in your job that go to management, come back to union, go to management again, and come back again? Those are called, entitlements. They can do what they want to do. You couldn't make 2 or 3 moves. You couldn't make a move at all. This person had made 3 moves already. So the one thing that we issue on this show is to bring people to awareness of where the world is today, or where the world was today, and how the world was created. The world was created, like I always say, don't focus on the downfalls of things. Focus on who took advantage of things. And that way you get a better picture of it. Don't focus on racism. Focus on who took advantage of racism. That way you'll better understand racism. I'll take your call to 914-803-4306. Give us a call and give us your comment on if you're experiencing something, press 1. If you're experiencing something on your job where you're seeing people get something that you should have got, or people that got something they didn't deserve, I know everybody's experiencing this, so don't sit back being all crazy. But if you have a coworker that you know damn well didn't deserve to get what they got, okay, and they just slid into the position, and you messing around still being a local yokel, and this person is now your boss, who you know from the door wasn't worth shiggity.
All right now.
So, like I said, open up and let yourself be free. Don't be bad.
Open up and slide right in. He did that. That's what he said. I just paraphrased.
Okay, paraphrase. Anyway,
Redwine talking.
Redwine and Ketel's back. Apparently, when I was talking earlier, although it sounded like I was talking about myself, they wasn't even here.
I was right here.
Yeah.
I had to go see the bartender. Bartender had to spruce me up a little bit. Yeah. Had to tweak me. Oh, you had to get twerked. Had to get tightened up. All right, tighten up on that backstroke. Hey. Hello.
So anyway, we like I said, we were talking about people being slighted on your job and things like that. You know, if you feel like somebody got something you should have had, or you see somebody with a job and you kind of wonder, what the hell are they doing in that job? They know little Jack from. Give me a disclaimer, please.
Here we go.
There's a touch of madness around here.
Okay.
Not that one?
The following program contains coarse language and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, you look and you say, you know, my coworker don't know Jack from shit, and she's my boss, or he's my boss.
But that happens all the time.
Yeah, acceptantly. You know what's really messed up is when you have to train that person. When they bring the person in and they say, hey, we got this new guy. Can you show him the ropes? You know, and they're not really new.
And then you do it, and then the next thing you know, within a year or so, they've been promoted to the manager.
And they're not new because they know your boss. They go bowling together and new to the team, but they're not new to. You'd be surprised what goes on.
Oh, I've had that happen. I had to train somebody one time years ago. Had to train this young lady. She didn't know her head from her foot. And she would mess up all the time. I would have to clean up all the mess she would make from the mistakes that she would make. I would clean it up, fix it, and then the next day we go through the same routine again. And while I'm waiting on my next raise to happen, I happened to see the little envelopes in the pay envelopes. They had the little window where you could see the grade level. And I saw that she had gotten a grade ahead of me. And I'm like, I've been here 2 years. She's new. She doesn't know anything. I trained her. How did she get a grade ahead of me? And that's when I decided I need to get up out of here. It's not what you know, who you know. Hey, well, I sure got up out of there. I made some calls to who I knew and said, I need to get up out of here. All right now. And next thing I knew, you know, I made a move. They want to tell me, oh, you were eligible for a cash award, but we didn't get the paperwork in time. So accept this beautiful cross pen set. I wanted to take that pen and, you know what, stab it. Anyway, I said I ain't going to be violent. I guess they're on the kissing list, huh? Yeah, I need to put them on the kissing list. I know that was a mess. How you going to tell me I could have gotten a cash award, but we didn't get your paperwork in time? You knew when I was leaving. But that's been years ago. I had to let it go.
Don't sound like it to me.
Let it go.
Sound like that shit's still in your mind, Redwine.
I'm trying to let it go.
Yeah, you're trying to let it go.
Let it go. You got any questions or comments on what we're talking about tonight? Because they off the chain. 914-803-4306. 4301. 430. Turn down for what? Pajamaparty.com.
Hold it. What the hell is that shit?
All right. So, I hear Peanut Gallery chiming in behind.
We'll take a break and come back.
We're going to take a little break and come back like Papa said. Oh, we're going to come back and get it right? Yeah, we're going to get it right this time. Okay, good luck on that. Come on, Redwine. This is Redwine, and you're listening to WPJP Blog Talk Radio Pajama Party.
check out my commentary. I like to call it I'm Just Saying, because sometimes I am just saying. It's just my opinion. It's what I think. Hey, you don't have to agree, but if you disagree, call us up. 914-803-4306. Hey, don't forget, they can catch us on Twitter also at apajamaparty.com, too. What's the number, Papa?
914-803-4306. I don't know how I got in the studio. Redwine came in here by himself, and me and Ketel just happened to come here and catch her stealing the airtime, as usual.
I was trying to do my own promo, and y'all just happened to show up again. What time? Oh, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central Time. No, that's wrong.
And 6 o'clock Western Time. West Coast Time.
Right,
okay.
Right. Either way.
So if you're in California, call us at 6 p.m., 7 o'clock if you're hanging out in Colorado somewhere.
7 o'clock, that's Central Time. See, now we got it all.
7 o'clock if you're in...
okay, it's 9 o'clock Eastern. Y'all do your math. Figure out where you are. Check your watch. 9 o'clock Eastern. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Check us out.
9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9:15 CP time, right?
Yep, that's right.
CP time, 9:15.
There you go.
All right.
All right, bartender.
Is that it?
Hey.
Bartender.
Hey, is that Mr. Lowe? Hey, come on, Mr. Lowe, Mr. Bartender.
I was trying to jiggle my ice in my glass, but it melted.
Oh, jiggle.
We're back at the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hey.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. What we got going on next here, Redwine?
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I came across something that I saw in the news, and it really disturbed me. You know, once again, I'm looking at these stories where the police are, in my opinion, overreacting or reacting to something without having all the information. So I'm referring to the story where a woman in Bladensboro, North Carolina, her name is Claudia Lacey. Now, the last time she saw her son, whose name was Lennon, because he's now deceased, God rest his soul, the last time she saw her son was August 28th. Now, her son Lennon was 17 years old. He played linebacker for the West Bladen High School night football team, and he was really into, you know, his sports and all of that. And the problem is, this young man, well, one of the things is that he had asthma. So because of his asthma, he tended to go outside at night when I guess the pollen count was lower, et cetera, and he could exercise and, you know, do what he had to do to keep himself fit for football. So on this particular night, on August 28th, Lennon went out, took a walk, and never came back home. The next morning, his mom gets a call and said that her son, had been found hanging from a swing set in some mobile home community, and that he was dead. And the police, when they investigated, they determined that this was a suicide. Now, here's the problem I have with this. Granted, I am not a forensic scientist. I do not have a background in pathology and all of that. But I'm saying based on just your basic physical evidence, this young man was 5'9". The swing set he was found hanging from was 7 feet 6 inches. There was nothing around for him to climb on. This swing set had no swings on it. It was just the framework for the swing set, right? There was nothing for him to stand on to get up there. So how did he get up there to attach some belts that were not even his belts? These belts appeared to be like dog leashes that someone apparently had tied around his neck, hanged him from this swing set, and the police looked at it and said it was a suicide. Wow. And his mother is saying, bull, this is no suicide. My son was lynched. Now, why is it in 2014 we're still dealing with lynching? How long ago was that when this was a common day thing back in what, the 50s, 60s? You know, it was commonplace in the South particularly that a lot of black men were lynched. Unfortunate, but it was commonplace. Now, you would like to think that in 2014, you don't see stuff like that happen anymore. But yet this young man was found hanging from this swing set. Now, it turns out this young man was dating a white woman.
Mm.
Now, he was 17. The woman he was dating was 31.
What?
31, white woman. There were people who apparently had issues with it. His mother wasn't completely accepting of the relationship, not because the woman was white, because the woman was 31. She felt like, you're too old for my son. But, you know, that was who he was involved with. And the mom, I don't see a picture of her, so I don't know what she
White
was like.
women do have nice tits, though.
Well, I wouldn't know.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Sisters got the ass, but white women do that.
Okay,
nice.
Thank you so much
nice
for your
titties,
valuable input. But as I was saying, you know, I'm just concerned that the police came in and looked at the situation and deemed it a suicide when everything points to a lynching, which would be considered a homicide. How do you look at all this physical evidence and say this was a suicide? Now, let's look at some more physical evidence. This young man, Lennon is his name, when he left the house, he was wearing the latest pair of Jordans, okay? When they found his body hanging, he had on some other tennis shoes, some Air Force Ones, that were 2 sizes too small for his foot. How in the world could he have walked the distance from where he was found, from where he lived, in shoes that were no laces in the shoes, 2 sizes too small, and the police still called it a suicide?
Well, you know,
come on, y'all. Call it what it is.
To put some seriousness in it, you know, once the police investigate that particular crime, they have to now protect the neighborhood that it happened in. Because in most cases, if you say it happened at a trailer park, that police officer may have been raised in that very same trailer park. So he's trying to keep the reputation of that trailer park alive. So the lie continues. And when the lie goes on and on and on and on and on. But, you know, karma is very vicious, and the meek shall always prevail. So, you know, everybody who does heinous things and things out of the ordinary and crazy, they'll get theirs, you know. They'll get theirs in a way that'll be so interesting that, and there's almost nothing you can do in this world. Everything you do in the dark comes to the light.
Oh,
so there's nothing you could do in this world without something coming up to antagonize you in the future. Nobody's life's going to be the same. The cop that killed the gentleman in New York, his life isn't going to be the same. The cop that killed the gentleman in Ferguson, his life's not going to be the same. George Zimmerman's life in Stanford, Florida, his life isn't going to be the same.
Now, where was this, Redwine? This was in North Carolina.
Oh, Bladensboro.
Bladensboro, North Carolina.
Near Charlotte. Okay.
You said that's where, right outside of Charlotte?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the family went and contacted the NAACP, and the NAACP hired a Florida-based forensic pathologist named Christina Roberts to analyze the case. So Ms. Roberts, when she started looking at it, she was saying that his size and stature don't even add up with the capability of constructing all of this alone. With him being 5'9", and the swing set was over 7 feet high, and there was nothing around that he could have stood on to then construct these belts that didn't belong to him, that looked like an animal leash. How did he do all this in the dark, alone?
Well, we have to stop.
It doesn't even add up.
We have to stop trying to figure it out and just know what went down and understand what went down and just let life take its course, because we can't get fired up over stuff that we know was wrong, because it's not going to change anything.
Well, but see, here's the thing. This is the problem that I have with it. I'm just saying that when it comes down to these types of cases, when you have physical evidence, just like the chokehold video, when we saw Mr. Garner being choked by that officer, how in the world did that grand jury look at that video and still deem that the police didn't do anything wrong? There's a problem with when you take physical evidence and completely disregard it,
you gotta know the
and still say, I'm going with this. But I'm saying this situation wasn't in Staten Island.
Right, but I'm just saying that
this was in Bladensboro, North Carolina.
What's the difference?
And this police department took this information and said, it's a suicide.
Well, dissect the police department.
Okay, well, I don't know. I can't do all that.
They probably together on this.
What I'm saying is that when this person, this woman, Christina Roberts, the pathologist, was brought in, she asked the police department to provide her
with whatever information so that she could make a reasonable determination on the case. She says that none of the photographs of the swing set and all that were provided. Exactly. She had to go dig and get all this information after the fact.
Well, once the lie is established, it's period. That's, everybody got to get involved. Yeah. Once you, as the commissioner or the sergeant or the lieutenant in the police department, once you go along with the lie, you use your power now to keep things under wraps. The police officer that does his power surveillance, the playground, the trailer park, and all that stuff is kept under wraps. So, but then once you give it to your lieutenant and he accepts it, now he can taint with the medical examiner, and everybody has their power level. And once you're able to cultivate your own power level, now it's, but like I said before, things done in the dark come to the light, and people don't live. If anybody got half a conscience level, after a while, it's going to begin to fuck with them. It's fuck with their family. It's fuck with their children and everything else.
Well, in this case, I hope it does, because this to me sounds like a 2014 lynching. This is no way in the world this was a suicide.
Well,
my condolences to the family, to Miss Lacey, who lost her son Lennon. But, when the pathologist looked at this, she says that even the shoes that Lennon had on at the time when his body was brought down from that swing set were a size 12 Air Jordan. Right. I mean, that's what he left the house wearing. He wears a size 12. They found him wearing a 10.5 Nike Air Force.
Exactly.
Now, there's no way in the world that those shoes could fit his
foot.
And they never did find the shoes. Hold up. They didn't even find the shoes that he left the house wearing.
Because the sorry-ass person that killed him took the shoes. Because what the hell they got to lose? They don't have no life.
Exactly. The belts that he was hanged with
First of all,
did not belong to him.
He was a star football player fucking a white woman. So to them, they thought he had too much power. When all he was doing was shooting hoops and slinging dicks. He wasn't doing nothing in particular. But they looked at him like, oh, motherfucker, you got it going on. Who you think you are?
Well, as far as my commentary, all I'm saying is, how much longer are we going to just tolerate this kind of stuff happening? How long are we going to sit back and allow police departments to have this kind of control and autonomy over evidence to say, we're going to deem this a suicide? Why should a family have to, first of all, have to have a funeral for someone, lose somebody, and all over the fact that you got the police saying it wasn't a homicide, it was a suicide. He did this to himself. And then they're going to put their hands up like, hey, we didn't have anything to do with that. We say it was suicide. And good and well, looking at the physical evidence, it was something other than that.
Because these little one-trick pony towns do what they do.
Yeah, but Long Island ain't a one-trick pony town. I'm saying that this is, to me, let me just say this to you, Poppa DD, to everybody. This stuff is an epidemic. I said Long Island because of the chokehold situation with Mr. Garner. They had physical evidence, and it was disregarded. This situation in North Carolina, physical evidence, once again, disregarded. This stuff continues to happen.
But physical evidence, once it got to the person that they hired, physical evidence from the town ME, medical examiner, was, tainted from the beginning. The police and the medical examiner, under normal circumstances, they go bowling together. So you know each other. Well, it has a lot to do with everything.
It's always three sides.
It's all connected.
All I'm saying is that when you look at the evidence and the police have the power to say, we are deeming this case as fill in the blank. How long are we going to, as citizens, allow them to fill in the blank and say, oh, it was a suicide, it was something other than what it was? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's my commentary. We can agree to disagree. You can, and we all got our opinions on it. Right. All I'm saying is that I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of people disregarding obvious physical evidence. I'm not talking about stuff you got to dig and search and research and figure it out and analyze it and all of that stuff. I'm talking about stuff that, excuse me for saying, Stevie Wonder could see.
All right,
when it's in your face like that. I say it.
Stevie just had his right child.
Okay, God bless him. But I'm saying, anytime a blind person can see the evidence, what is wrong with seeing people that they can't see what is right in their face. How do you say, all right, I see it, but I'm going in a different direction?
That's red wine.
That's some bull. That's some bull.
That's red wine.
Yeah. Okay.
And you just fired up.
I'm just saying.
All right. She's fired up.
I'm
saying.
Calm down. Come on, Chad.
Yeah.
I'm fired up. I ain't going to take it. I ain't going to take this stuff. You guys got a question or comment what we're talking about? What's the number, Papa?
914-803-4306. That was red wine.
And press 1.
She was menstrualing earlier, but I'll just see the Motrin kicked in. I'll just see the Motrin kicked in, so she's feeling better.
That Crown Royal kicked in.
She was menstrualing earlier and ovulating, but now obviously she's doing better.
I got Crown Royal and I
know Crown Royal.
Right. She chased the
Motrin with some Crown Royal.
We're going to do some stuff on the lighter night. Oh, boy. On a lighter night? We're going to light up. I'm lighting up everything.
Ketel's been flagged. Anyway.
They said I'm cut off. It's okay. We're going to do a little weird news right now.
Weird news.
I got a crazy one here, Papa. Police in Alabama arrested a man after finding 14 grams of heroin. Guess where it was? Put it in his body. What do you think, Papa?
Probably stuck it up his rectal act.
Oh, no, not that. He put it in his 2-year-old baby diaper.
Oh,
now that's low. That is really low. Narcotics detectives in Birmingham suburbs pulled him over. He's a 23-year-old guy, Kenneth Bell, on suspicion he was moving drugs. And check this out. Bell's older daughter told the detective, Daddy put something in sister's diaper. I'm like, wow. The baby told on Daddy. Baby is a snitch.
Wow.
Yep. He had a bag was estimated a street value of $2,500.
Wow.
And
the baby told on it.
Yeah. So Bell was arrested on charges of chemical endangerment of a child and drug trafficking.
That's a shame.
He was freed on after posting a $25,000 bail. Ooh, boy. Watch out, folks in Alabama now.
They're going to shame.
Yeah. What you got, Papa?
Let's see. Weird news. A Japanese lingerie maker is recalling more than 20,000 Muslims here.
Brazier?
Is that how you spell Brazier?
Yeah, Papa.
I didn't know the word Brazier had so many letters.
You cut off.
Okay, let's do this again. I thought Brazier was just.
Brazier.
It got like 9 letters in it. I never knew the word Brazier was so fucking long. A Japanese lingerie maker is recalling more than 20,000. They say braziers. This looks like something different. Looks like braziers. Anyway, after complaining that the underwire is what? The wire that holds
the wire is what gives you the lift. Right.
The lift. Okay.
What is it doing? What's the underwire doing?
The underwire is poking out.
Sticking
in their chest.
How you doing?
Causing all kinds of abrasions and marks and shit on their chest. And giving them red spots and blotches and shit and all kinds of illusions and contusions. And the Japanese division of lingerie makers, what's it called? Triumph International, which was made a name for itself with the lingerie concept, such as solar-powered bras.
Wow. Solar-powered bras. Probably something that Madonna be wearing, probably. Those types of bras, probably. I don't know. I'd have to see one of those. So they recalled 22,000 of them. Wow.
20,000 bras.
That's a lot.
And they say that we're sorry for the bother, but we ask customers to stop using the bras immediately. The company said in a statement, adding that it deeply apologized and would take steps to prevent the underwire from poking in your mother's titties and causing abusions and abrasions and all kinds of
They said all that on their Papa.
Yeah, I'm reading this here. The recall applies to 20,000 bras.
Well, at least they were polite about it. Well, I got one about this lady who's a professional cuddler. Her name is Samantha Hess.
I heard about her.
And she has opened a professional cuddling shop where for $60, customers can come in and get an hour's worth of spooning.
She charges $1 a minute.
Yeah.
Spooning.
She will cuddle up with you, like get behind you and cuddle up.
Are you spooning her or she spooning you?
I think she does the spooning. If you're the customer, you would be the spoonee.
Oh, she gonna keep the Johnson on the opposite.
Yeah, put that on the other side. She ain't gonna do all that.
Okay.
That's a whole nother charge.
Okay.
But this is $60. Okay. She will give you an hour's worth of spooning and cuddling and the level of human contact
a minute
that we need in order to be our optimal self.
Okay.
So she says that she's been really busy and that she's been getting up to 10,000 emails in a week, and that she does these hour-long sessions that include she'll stroke your hair, she'll hold your hand, and a plethora of different cuddle positions.
Really?
And she says that it's not an adult-oriented business, so it's nothing sexy involved.
Whatever.
But she says she got... Why y'all act so doubtful?
Okay.
She said, they do this with fully dressed, and then she says that talking is optional and pajamas are encouraged.
Encouraged, right.
Pajamas are allowed here.
I know that's right. Well, we do pajamas only.
And she gets behind you, she says, humana.
And if you don't want to hear anything, then that's cool. Okay. If you want her to whisper little sweet nothings, she'll do that too.
And she charges $1 per minute.
$60 for an hour. She'll cuddle with you. So for people who have no one to cuddle up with, if you want to pay her.
Where's she located?
I thought it was in, where is it? Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
So if you want to go to Portland, Oregon.
I'm going to go. I'm going to buy tickets. I'm going to go on.
Well, can you videotape this so we can see it?
I'm going to go on orbit.com.
And book a ticket to Portland.
Book a ticket to Oregon, and I'm going to give her $60.
Okay. Her name is Samantha.
Samantha?
Yes. So you can look her up.
But you say the Johnson is in the opposite position.
Well, she didn't state, but she said it's nothing adult-oriented. Okay. So I think she'd be spooning you.
That's extra.
So the dragon and the monster's pointing the other way.
Exactly.
Okay.
We got another weird story. If you're in too much of a hurry for prayer, a Catholic church in Northern California has just introduced a drive-through prayer. Drive-through. Starting at 5 p.m., the priest comes right out to your car to deliver the blessings in a very quick sermon.
Oh, my God.
Are
you serious?
Yeah, Father
Hurry Up?
Balacal says it's a way to attract people who say they don't have time for church. The new service is getting mixed reviews. I bet. Some people say they like it. Some people say...
Now, how do you feel about that?
If he brings out a McGriddle and coffee.
All right, Papa, that's cute.
Come out empty handed.
I don't know about that. I just feel like if you in that much of a hurry, something ain't right.
I know that's right.
How can you? But you know what? I bet you when people get in trouble, boy, they can call out for God then.
See what I'm saying?
But then when they want a quickie blessing, they like, look, I ain't got time for all of that.
I know that's
just run out here and bless me real quick.
Right. Redwine, you got one more?
Yeah, I got one more. There's a real human-sized hamster wheel for the office now. These two guys, Rob Godshaw and Will Donlin, have come up with the idea as an alternative to the treadmill desk. They say that this wheel lets you set your own pace and is more interesting as furniture. This thing, I looked it up on YouTube. It looks just like a hamster wheel. You know the wheel that the little hamsters you get and they run in a circle and they go nowhere? It's like that, but it's for humans.
Wow.
And your desk and your computer is sitting on like an arm that extends inside of it. And you can walk at your own pace as slow or as fast as you want. And the wheel will go around and you can type and do whatever, or be on the phone, whatever your job.
So do we get fed like hamsters if we do it?
I guess you can work that out with your boss. Throw you a little treat every now and then, throw you something, and you can get a little lunch on. But it says you can set your own pace, and they have instructions online that you can build your own wheel, or you can order one from them. I don't know how much they charge for it, but part of the problem with having an office job is that we get so sedentary that we start to get that spread, and the hips and everything start going east and west. And the butt drops and all of that. So when you get on that wheel,
talk about yourself,
I'm just speaking hypothetically.
You just saying, right?
I'm saying hypothetically.
For those people who have that problem, you might want to get in a hamster wheel and walk around while you type. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Y'all got any questions or comments on what we're talking about, what we're saying with Poppa and Redwine are saying? I'm the same one here.
Oh, my God.
Dial in 914-803-4306 and press what, Redwine? Press 1. Or catch us on pajamaparty.com. We're going to take a little CC break for a minute, Redwine?
Yes, sir.
All right now.
Hey, this is Redwine, just doing a few promos for the Pajama Party Adult Online Radio Talk Show. You know how we do it. PJs only. No clothes allowed. And I was just trying to get this done.
Hey, Redwine, are you talking about the Pajama Party, where we talk about hot topics, movie reviews, living for the city, and what's popping with me, Poppa DD?
I know you guys aren't doing this spot without me. Ketel with the yellow top. Did you tell everybody that they can reach us at apajamaparty.com or call us live, 914-803-4306. Check us out on Twitter. And don't forget to hit the list. Okay, now is the time for me to sing.
We don't have time for all that. Oh, she could sing. Let's get back to the show.
Yeah, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Cheers.
And we got what's her name in the background there?
Lala.
Lala. Can you come up and say something, Lala?
She claims she got laryngitis.
She got laryngitis.
She bashful tonight.
Lala is the president of the Big Ass Productions. She's got one of the fattest asses in the world.
That's the whole other story.
She's here to promote. She was here tonight to promote her Big Ass Productions, but obviously she's got laryngitis. I think it's because she's been sipping on brown liquor. But anyway.
She got for us tonight, Poppa. Living
for the city. Anyway, something everybody can relate to. Let's talk about our bosses for a minute. You know, which is a term we'll use very loosely because we'll call them overseers. They're not bosses. We're not going to give them that kind of prop. Unless you have a good boss that has a good life, that has a decent living, that is a decent person, that's all we're going to focus on tonight. But some of these bosses who are complete jerk-offs, who are always looking for production and have no humanity about them, fuck them. Give me a disclaimer, please.
Oh, boy.
Give me a disclaimer.
Behave,
Give me a disclaimer.
He can't behave.
I see.
I know I got cobbles cone in my feet.
The following program contains coarse language and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Put your clothes on, Poppa.
Now, when someone can sit back and dictate how much money they think you should make, okay, when they're already making their money, all right, and probably not even doing the right thing with their money, and probably not even living as good as you're living. Always remember that. Your boss does not necessarily have to be smarter than you, nor does your boss have to live better than you. So don't put yourself on a fucking ladder or on a step or on some type of fucking food chain. Fuck all that. Food is here for everybody. You know, whether eating beans or lobster, it doesn't matter. As long as you get full and take regular fucking depositories in the toilet. This is what food is all about.
Take the lobster.
Yeah, but anyway, all I'm saying is that don't go to work with the intimidation that this person you work for has the edge on you. They have an edge on you as long as you're in the confines of that building or that establishment or that company. Because if y'all come out of the parking lot together and they hit your car, you need to sue that motherfucker. Straight up, like he or she or is a stranger. It doesn't matter. You come out of the parking lot together and your boss is behind you and all of a sudden you get bumped from the rear, fuck her or him. Sue their asses to the hill. Okay? Don't look at, it's only an overseer. Always look at a boss as somebody who's over. Don't say that, yeah, boss, fuck all that step and fetch your bullshit. I'm not going for that. Okay? Let's not talk all that old that's my boss. I like my boss. Fuck your boss.
I love my boss.
And try to find out what your boss is making, because your boss probably making double what you're making. You know what I mean? And make sure your boss makes sure they understand that you need to make a living also. So if your boss is always talking about or would y'all get paid more, we're going to give you more work, that's an unhappy motherfucker. Okay? That probably ain't getting no Coochie or Johnson.
Well.
Okay? We're not going to explain what a Coochie or a Johnson is, but Google it.
That's the voice of another show.
He said Google it.
Anyway, I'm making jokes. All I'm saying on my segment of Living for the City is that I just need you guys to stop worrying about the boss. The boss don't run shit. They oversee shit. Stop giving them so much props. Stop acting like they're some kind of, evangelist or what have you. That's another subject, though.
All they want is their mouth.
Exactly. Don't believe the hype. But they get Christmas bonuses and all kind of shit that you don't get. So believe, if you knew the perks that your boss got, you would hate he or she's fucking guts. So believe me, just when they tell you to do what they tell you to do. Always just do what they tell you to do. Fuck all that. People say I go above and beyond. Go above, but don't go to fuck beyond. Drop that beyond shit. Say, I'll go above, but I will not go beyond for your ass. I want to see a decent boss. A boss that will invite you to shit, invite you to their house, invite you to a barbecue. But they act like you're in a different hemisphere than them, then fuck them. And the horse they rode in on. Matter of fact, keep their horse in the ass on the way out. Okay? I'm just saying, stop giving your boss so much props and know you're there to do a job only. When a job is done, collect your paycheck and move the fuck on. Stop kissing and licking your boss's ass. Fuck them. Stop. Come on now, okay?
All right.
It's just your boss. It's not your pastor. It's not your Messiah. It's not your mother. It's not your father. It's your fucking boss. So lighten up on the bullshit. Go above, but don't go to fuck beyond.
There it is.
That's my fucking Living for the City for tonight.
All right.
I heard that, Papa. Watch that.
Questions or comments?
Give us a call. Don't sit back on the mark. Come on now.
914-803-4306.
Yes.
One.
Of course. I mean, because after a while, we're on Blog Talk Radio, but after a while, we're going to go XM Radio. It's going to cost you to get a subscription to hear us. See, but get us now while we're free, okay? Because once we blow up, it's going to cost you $34. It's going to cost you $34 a month just to fucking have us.
All right now.
Okay.
Now, Papa.
I'm just bullshit.
I'll drink to that.
I know that's right.
All right, anyway, give us a call, 914-803. If you want to honor somebody, you want to praise somebody, you want to thank somebody for something.
You just want to check in.
You want to check in, say hello, just give us a call.
We got a caller.
Got a call.
We can get this caller on the line. Caller. Hey, hello, caller.
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Caller, you are live on the Pajama Party. What's your comment?
Hello.
Caller?
I guess we lost him. They'll check
Come
back
on,
in
DC,
with us.
check in. We got DC on the line. DC caller, you're live on the air. All right, we'll come back to you.
All right. If they took a CC break.
That must have been a butt call, which means you sat down in a certain position and your posterior hit the motherfucking
That's the second
number.
butt call.
Yeah, second butt call we got tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody trying to show us their ass.
Well, look,
Anyway.
when we come back, we're going to talk about, is it racist or ignorance?
Yeah.
And we got a few, scenarios.
Yeah, let's go to a break real quick. We'll come back with, is it racist or ignorance?
All right.
Does your gray hair make you look much older than you really are? Do Boy Scouts try to help you cross the street? Don't waste your time with messy hair colors that won't last. Wigs will just make your hair sweat. What you need is a permanent solution. You need
Gray Be Gone. Gray Be Gone
burns your gray hairs right down to the root. No more coloring with
Gray Be Gone.
Simply apply Gray Be Gone with the heat-protected gloves to your entire scalp. When you feel the burning, the gray hairs are being fried right on your head. After the procedure, just stick your head in a bucket of ice water to cool the burning, and just like that, no more gray hairs. You might have bald spots and burns where the gray used to be, but that's a whole different problem. Gray Be Gone will solve your gray hair problem once and for all.
Gray Be Gone.
Get yours today and make that gray go away.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hey.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
I'm feeling very continental.
She makes me fucking laugh. Anyway, and we got Lala in the background. She's the CEO of Big Ass Productions. She has laryngitis tonight. We're going to give her some Halls and some brown liquor and see if we can't get her voice back. What we got? We're gonna do a little segment on racism or ignorance, which is kind of one and the same, but we're gonna see whether or not you can relate to this. And call in if you got some comments. What we got, Ketel, on the first one there?
Well, we got the president. They mistaken him as a valet. Somebody came out the restaurant and say, "Okay, here, go get my car."
Barack was standing there with Michelle coming out of the restaurant, and somebody handed Barack their keys and said, "Go get my motherfucking car, no."
I don't know if they said it like that, Papa, but it was probably close to it.
And Barack said, "Well, I'm the president of the United States, and I can't believe it. You mistake me for." Anyway, it was sad how he was mistaken for a valet. That was some crazy shit.
Do you guys think that's racist or just ignorant?
Yeah, is it racist or ignorant?
Yeah, give us a call, 914-803-4306.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in this country, even if you're not politically attuned, how do you not recognize the current president or even the past president?
In a cloud, man.
But I'm just saying, how do you not recognize that this is the president of the United States?
Everybody's not as smart and intellectual as you.
We
know you're the criminal crop.
Joe Bum done nothing. You don't recognize the president when you see him? As much as you, even if you don't read, you see pictures. I'm saying for people that are illiterate, you can look at a picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know what the president looks like?
They don't care.
Yeah.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that he's.
So you're saying you think it was ignorance, not racist?
They could have had a few drinks and they didn't recognize him, and they thought he was just a brown.
So you giving them alibis now? Oh, they could have been drinking.
Redwine talking about alibis.
Yes, I am.
His misbenefit of the doubt.
I usually do.
Y'all gonna behave?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna behave?
All right, let's move on. What's the next topic?
I ain't behaving. That's the Bush.
Let me see. Michelle Obama. She was in Target,
right?
And they thought, I guess, she was the healthier, so they were asking for what?
Asking her to get something that was on a shelf that
on
was
the top
high up.
shelf, being she's 6 feet tall, motherfuckers say, "Yo, hey, you tall black woman, can you give me that roll of Scott towels off the fucking top shelf?"
But she wasn't incognito.
Hold that motherfucker.
She wasn't, dressed to perfection as usual, but she probably had a quote unquote hoodie on.
Yeah, when they said she took off her disguise and said, "I'm Michelle Obama, motherfucker."
Just like what's the guy's name? Said, "No, I'm Rick James."
I'm Rick James, bitch.
She said, "I'm Michelle Obama, bitch." What's your problem? Sorry about that. We put up disclaimer, but y'all know how we act.
That might have just been ignorant. Yeah. Because I know I've been in stores and asked somebody to help me that I then found out did not work there. But out of my own ignorance, like in Target one time, I asked the person, it was a guy who had on a red top, a red sweater, and that's their color. So I thought he worked there because he was helping somebody else. So I went and asked him, where could I find a certain product? He turned around and said, "Ma'am, I don't work here." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." So it had nothing to do with his ethnicity, his skin color, or nothing. It was that he had on a red sweater. Yeah. Or red shirt, rather.
And something else we got here is when you can't get a taxi cab, which we was in New York a few weeks ago, couldn't get a cab.
Oh, yeah.
That was some crazy shit. We stood there all this time. And then when one cab got us, he said, "Well, most cabs think you're going to Brooklyn or somewhere. They don't want to ride over here." Like I said, the segment we're going to talk about next week is called Assumptions and Stigmas. People, when it comes to black folks or people of color, people always assuming shit.
But they should have stopped and asked.
And stigmas.
Exactly.
Stigmas is stuff that's been attached to races of people for years. Okay? A stigma is assuming that black folks like Cadillacs and watermelon. Me personally, I'll eat the shit out of a watermelon. I would love to drive a fucking Cadillac.
And I do like fried chicken.
And I love fried chicken. You fucking the skin also.
When I'm in the mood.
People say, take the skin off to help your cholesterol. Fuck my cholesterol.
Now I will pull the skin off sometimes.
No, I won't.
Sometimes.
No, clog my fucking arteries, honey.
I know that's right. Well, I think we got a call on the line. We're going to see who's calling in a few minutes. But was that racist or ignorant, what Poppa DD was saying? I think that was a little bit of both.
Yeah, it was.
About the taxi cab thing.
Yeah, taxi cabs don't pick up in New York, but they assume you're going into the hood and they don't want to get robbed. People are hell, if you worry about being robbed, why are you a cab driver in the fucking beginning?
Right.
I mean,
now, what if a white guy with a suit, dressed nicely, had a briefcase?
Exactly. They take him to the...
Right, they were stopping him, right?
They would drive his ass to the North Pole.
Yes.
They was...
And they're the main ones that probably doing the robbing. Come on now.
Well, like I said, stigmas.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was a little bit of both on that one.
Assumptions and stigmas.
Yeah.
You know, we've been assumed to have been whatever, and the way the dispatchers announced the crime. There's a black guy out there looking suspicious, and a cop comes and feel like he's trying to get rid of a fucking, what do you call those things with a pink nose? What's that little animal with the pink nose?
I don't know.
What's that little thing with a pink nose, a little animal?
A possum?
Possum.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, everybody hates a possum. You ever seen a possum?
Yeah, they're hideous.
Woo!
But this one right here is interesting. You're invited to a party that turns out to have been work instead of someone inviting you to the party. Mm-hmm. They invite you to the party and they end up working.
You know what?
Working.
Remember that scene in Coming to America when the boss invited them to come to the party at his house?
Yep.
And he said, "Oh, see, he finally sees us as an equal." Mm-hmm. And then they get there and he wanted them to park cars.
Yeah.
So it's like you get the impression that, oh, I'm going to be there as a guest.
Right.
And then you get there and find out, no, I just need you to work.
They're the boss.
So you think that was racist or ignorant?
I think that's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, because your boss thinks that the fact that he's dictating what you're getting paid, that he got you by the short hairs. But that's why you should always get your hustle on. When you get to work, when you leave work, go do some shit. Get your hustle on.
Well, I can tell you my personal experience was years ago. I was invited to a party by an attorney in my office, and he said, just, come. Everybody was bringing a dish. It was a housewarming, and this was a Jewish attorney, young guy. And when I got there, there were other people there. Everybody was mingling. And he asked me if I could, put something in a bowl or whatever. So I went in the kitchen to do that. And the next thing I know, people kept bringing me stuff, asking me, oh, here's this. Can you just put this in a serving dish? Oh, do we need a fork for this? Can you get this? Can you get that? And I was like, okay, wait a minute. I mean, I realized I'm young. I was probably maybe 19 at the time. And after about 15 or 20 minutes, I felt like, why am I feel like I'm trapped in this kitchen? Mm-hmm. And I'm just doing all this, putting stuff together in dishes and bowls and forks and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And when it finally hit me, I said, wait a minute. Did he invite me as a guest or did he invite me to work this party? And I decided I'm getting up out of here. If that's what it was, I'm leaving.
Right.
Because I don't have any obligation. I mean, I thought I was invited as a guest.
Right.
But apparently that's not what it was.
Right.
I felt like that was racist at that point.
It was very racist.
So I
why
just
does the
said,
word
you know
felt
what?
like have to come into it?
I'm just telling you, that's how I felt.
Well, you was kicked around.
I took it as it was a racist thing. So I said, all right, let me make my move and get up out of here.
Right.
So I left. I said goodbye. Told him I was leaving. He was like, oh, do you have to leave so soon? I said, yes, I do. And I got up out of there. And I was very hurt and offended by that because I didn't realize.
There again, we just talked about another thing about the ball. Don't be hurt by the ball.
Y'all behave.
Okay.
I thought I was invited as a guest.
That's no excuse.
Well, that's the way you see it.
Okay.
I'm just telling you that I was hurt and offended, but when the reality of it sunk in, I got up out of there.
Right. He played you.
Well,
he did.
Right.
And when I realized it, I rolled out.
Did you have a man at the time?
No, I did not.
Did you take a man with you?
No, I went by myself.
That was your problem. You didn't go with a king. That's why you're.
I got a referee tonight.
That's why your king ass was. That's why you was trapped up.
If you guys want a referee tonight,
maybe one day I'll have one.
When you go to these affairs,
all that bull crap.
When you go to these affairs, you take a king with you. If you ain't got a king with you, you're gonna be treated like a pawn.
Okay.
Okay, it's just that simple. Next time, take you a
offering your service?
Take you a mandingo Negro in there with you, and nobody gonna fuck with you.
Can I rent a king?
This is my nigga right here. I ain't going in your fucking kitchen.
Yes,
Redwine, see, you went solo when they're thinking you was the shit. and you got plenty. You got plenty. Take you a Negro in there.
You don't have one. I got a question or comment.
Anyway,
we're talking about what they talking about because I'm not in there. I'm trying to referee.
Next time, take you a king. I guarantee you.
914.
I won't see the
803-4306.
You try to go in like you some kind of fly little chick.
We're gonna take a CC break and we'll be right back.
You
we're gonna give our last word and that's gonna be it for tonight.
You didn't go there with you keep traveling like a little single stud. You travel like a stud and you got played. Take you a nigga in there with your girl.
We're going to take a little CC break. We'll be back. I hear you. All right, man.
You're listening to the Pajama Party Late Night Adult Talk Show. We've added a new segment to the show called the Kiss It List. Every week, we put people on this list who have done dumb stuff or have been irritating or just gotten on out of your nerves. So we call them out and put them on the Kiss It List, and we tell you why. If you have somebody you want to add to our Kiss It List, hit us on Twitter at @PajamaParty and use hashtag #KissIt, and we'll add them to the list. If you prefer to email your contenders, send them to info@apajamaparty.com. We'll call them out every Friday night at the end of the show, so get those names in. Now, let's get back to the Pajama Party Crew and more of the show. DJ, would you mind turning it up a notch? Oh, how rude. Oh, you're on the Kiss It list.
Yeah, we're back to the Pajama Party. I just got done reaming Redwine a new one because she ain't taking her nigga to the party. She going there by herself trying to be cute and shit, and they dogging her ass. Anyway, we're going to go to the Kiss It list. The Kiss It list is a group of people that we deem necessary to be put on the Kiss It list because they ain't worth for shit, and we're going to beat their asses down. The Guardians of Peace for posting people's info from Sony and taking down a major Hollywood conglomerate. I don't agree with this in particular because I honor their ass because I think Hollywood's gotten out of control. But Redwine, she's so sympathetic to the bullshit that she put this must be some Redwine's work. In fact, I see red ink. This is written in red ink.
Behave,
whatever. I'm just saying, they have to go after some of the people they went after.
Okay. Ketel, what you got next here?
Department of Motor Vehicles.
Department of Motor Vehicles.
Being so proficient in giving people the runaway.
Yeah, they're up on their game when it comes to running your ass around.
Yes, it is.
Macy's, and you know why? Macy's, they have a what they call it, a one-day preview sale before the sale.
Yeah, they
come in Thursday for a preview, and then we'll fuck you on Friday. I mean, we'll serve you on Friday.
There you go. That's right.
Macy's, come in Thursday. It's a preview on Friday. What does that mean?
They don't know.
We're going to look at your money slightly on Thursday, and then we'll rip you off completely on Friday.
What else you got on there?
Roger Goodell, of course, the commissioner of NFL. He's a permanent fixture because he's so full of shiggity that we not even going to go there. He's just, the hell with him.
Who else you got, Redwine? I got the South Bend Uniform Store. They're the ones that's selling that T-shirt that says "Breathe easy, obey the law." Mm-hmm. You are on the Kiss It list, and I don't even need to elaborate on why, because you know why. Mm-hmm. You know that was straight cruddy what you did, putting that shirt out, making money off of the fact that man died saying he can't. Anyway, see, they gonna make me mad. Yeah. And we got one more. Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps was going up in Baltimore trying to get some brown eye. He was trying to shoot that brown eye.
You got to get it together, my brother. You got to get it together.
He ended up getting pulled over for erratic driving. He tried to go get.
So instead of him doing a year in jail now, he got probation. Of course.
Supervised location.
What's that about?
And also for the baby's mama, his mother, who she goes all the Olympics with no father. Nobody speaks on the fact that where's his father, okay? Everybody, mother's, there's Michael Phelps' mother, his mother. But if it was the mother of a black child, where's his father? You know what I mean? Nobody gives a shit about the Caucasian man's father.
Well, we got.
And also, I'd like to add too, all of those people who spoke out against the president trying to open the doors back to Cuba.
Yeah, that was the older people.
Who got all these. Well, Cruz was one of them.
Well, the older people really have a reason because it was back in there.
And some of the other people who say they're Cuban American, they had a problem.
Anyway,
They're on the list too.
Okay, and also sorry ass bosses out there who are full of shit. They're not living half as good as you. They're not living half as good as you. Stop giving your boss props. You're living better than they are.
They're on the list.
They're on the list. So we're gonna dedicate this here to all the people that we put on the kissing list.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass.
Well, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
That's the kiss of this for this week. We're gonna have our last word. Redwine, what you got?
Woo-wee. Well, I would say for tonight, my last word is, again, thank you to those who've been supporting us. We still dedicate the show to Dr. C. We miss you. We love you. Thank you to Mama Z, all the North Carolina crew, all the Philly crew. Let's see, who else did I miss?
Cali crew.
Who else? Oh, the Naked Chef, if you're out there, we love you. Hope you're cooking up something good. See you over the holidays. Cali, the Cali crew. Thank you all. Be on the lookout for our short film that'll be released for DC Homegrown, coming out hopefully in January. Sister, Sister, Sister. We will let you know more about that. And that's all I have. What you got, Papa?
I have, again, with Dr. C, who unfortunately passed away, and we had her homecoming last weekend, which is the reason why we weren't here last week. She's definitely been in my mouth doing my dental work, and I miss her, and I appreciate everything about her, everything she brought to the table when it comes to life, as far as all that is concerned. And our condolences to Ketel, who was Dr. C's sister. God bless you and your family, and we are there for you no matter what. And I turn you to Ketel.
My last word is just thank all the folks out there listening this evening, and I appreciate your love and your support, and we're going to keep Dr. C's legacy alive. She was our favorite fan, our dedicated fan. She started this ball rolling, and we really appreciate her love and her support. We're going to miss you, Doc. Peace out.
And to the callers that we didn't get to tonight, we're getting ready to shut it down, so sorry we didn't get to you tonight. But call us next Friday between 9 and 10, and we will definitely get you on the air. And we're out. Bonsoir.
Good night.
Redwine is such a fake me out French person.
Anyway. Parlez-vous.
Yeah, parlez-vous. Merci on the trash can. Not thank you on the trash can, but merci. Drop your trash here. Anyway.
Say good night, Poppa DD.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so. I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of cheers.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, grown as that day, going to party. Pajama Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, grown as that day, going to party. Pajama Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, grown as that day, going to party. Pajama Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. party.